Hello, A Day with Caleb. We are back with our movie theme videos. Hope you've been enjoying them. We had several and then we kind of took a break and now we're picking it back up a little bit. But today we're talking about cult classic films that maybe didn't do the best at the box office, but people have kind of grasped onto it and it has developed quite a following over the years and become I, more popular than maybe initially it was. So we have 28. Why didn't I do 30? Anyway, 28 cult classic films, and be ready in the comments for your list if you have ones. It doesn't have to be 28 movies, but if you have a cult classic film that you enjoy, certainly put that in the comments. We start with probably the definition of cult classic, Donnie Darko, and it had enough of a following that a sequel was made, even though I don't think a lot of people know that there was a sequel to Donnie Darko. S. Darko, which is an interesting title. But Donnie Darko, in my video, my eBay video where I sell, I think I sold my Donnie Darko VHS, and it goes for a little bit online. Not the DVD so much, but the VHS goes for a little bit of money, a little chunk of change, which is interesting. At first, I thought maybe because there's like a director's cut of the film on VHS, but then I bought myself a DVD director's cut of Donnie Darko. So, not sure. I guess people want the graininess or something of the VHS, the nostalgia. But it goes for a little bit online, and then of course there was enough reaction where it warranted a sequel. I guess it did okay at the box office, and then back in the day, video sales really helped sell a sequel. Maybe it didn't do so great in theaters, but then it really did well in the physical media video market. So then, studios could make a sequel. So Donnie Darko, Nightmare Before Christmas, even though Disney considers it a Disney classic today, it didn't release with the Disney studio. It was released under one of their Paramount studios or their umbrella studios. So that, a lot of people don't think of that now, but, Disneyland has the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay at Haunted Mansion. They have the meet and greet where you can meet Jack and Sally, but not always a Disney classic, even though they try to rewrite history and it's now a Disney classic. And then, you can get into Tim Burton didn't direct the whole film himself, obviously his idea, his story, but another director directed Nightmare Before Christmas. Comment that down below. But Nightmare Before Christmas, you either watch it every Halloween or Christmas, depending on which side you're on. If it's a Christmas movie, if it's a Halloween, I think it's both. It's like is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes, it takes place in Christmas, around Christmas, Christmas elements. So hope that didn't hurt anybody's feelings. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, probably another definition of cult classic. I think in one of the local theaters, it ran every week for like 10 years or something. I would have go look that up. I think there's a record out there. It went on an incredible run. Obviously, it has the songs and everything as well. Tim Curry in one of his most iconic roles. I think of Clue when I think of Tim Curry, but some people think of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And is there a Broadway play? Maybe, I think. But it has certainly built up a fan base, and I think there was a musical on TV a couple years back with Rocky Horror. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, uh, right at, well, I won't say the peak, but Monty Python, with the show, and they had done a few movies, but this was kind of the culmination of all of their talents running at their peak. This is my favorite Monty Python. I have a special edition DVD set which comes with a miniature script of Monty Python. But that is definitely a cult classic. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is still trying to be rebooted today. Netflix did Texas Chainsaw. I think there's going to be a TV show. I can't remember. Something's in development now with the franchise, but that's pretty cool. Uh, kind of uh, right around that slasher boom with horror. You think of the horror icons, uh, Leatherface, Scream, Jason Voorhees, Chucky, Ghostface. Did I say Ghostface? Yeah. Right in that Mount Rushmore of horror. And as crazy as the sequel is, I do kind of like that. Matthew McConaughey and was it Renee Zellweger in the sequel? That I think that has its own like documentary about how the making of that and stuff. But Blade Runner, fantastic world. Kind of the new, the futuristic uh, world that Ridley Scott built with all the intricate like plots and the miniatures. He used these massive miniatures for these beautiful shots, a beautiful film, and then of course Harrison Ford. That's the Warner Brothers special edition box sets I have. Obviously, Twister is my favorite, and then Superman probably Time Machine, but Blade Runner has a fantastic set in that run. Great poster. Then a couple film sales, and obviously the movie. Love those box. If you haven't checked out my Warner Brothers special edition box sets, I show everyone in my collection. I think there's 16, 16 to 20, I think. Go check that out. Then Night of the Living Dead. Back in the day, for your movie to be trademarked, you had to put it at the beginning of the film. Trademark this year, have all that information. Uh, and Nightmare does not have the trademark, so that's why you see all these different variations and all these companies releasing Night of the Living Dead, because technically it didn't have a trademark. So that, and I didn't know this until like a year or so ago. I was watching the Tom Savini documentary. Is it Magic and Mirrors? Smoke and Mirrors? And he actually directed a remake of Night of the Living Dead. But pretty cool film. I have the fantastic box set. It's got the Blu-ray, then it has a comic book adaptation of the film. So think of the film, but in a comic book form. And then it has this cool poster. Anyway, I have 4 of the cast sign that with this beautiful gray, like this silver gray. They each signed it, and I got to wear George A. Romero's glasses. He used to wear these like thick glasses, and the actor had them in his possession and let me get a picture with him and the glasses. So that was fantastic. Cool experience. Now the Living Dead. Kevin Smith's Clerks. This is what got him in the what do I want to say, in the cosmos, in the recognized among people. This was his first film, obviously. I think he did Clerks. This is Clerks, Clerks 2, Clerks 3. I think he's working on a 4th one, maybe. Or maybe, no, I think that's Mallrats he's working on. But shot in black and white. And this store, I think next door, Kevin used to work at, I think it's a video rental place. I think now, I think after he shot the 3rd one or before, he actually purchased this place. So I think it's now a store for Kevin Smith or something. But very, not guerrilla style, but very engineeredly shot, I guess. I think there's a reason he shot in black and white. I think it was less expensive than color. And of course, the, if you've worked in gas stations or even restaurants, it's kind of the same thing, dealing with crazy people every day. It's a relatable thing that most of us can understand. Army of Darkness, which is the 3rd Evil Dead, even though it doesn't have Evil Dead in the title, which was an interesting choice because, you have Evil Dead 2, and then you have Army of Darkness, which is my favorite of the trilogy. And now you have kind of a loose reboot, remake, Evil Dead Rise, which is good. It's more of a thriller. The first 2 were, and the 3rd one, more into the campy, like horror, but Evil Dead Rise more of a horror. But Army of Darkness was cool. You have time travel. Ash has a chainsaw for a hand. You have the skeleton army, which kind of harkens back to Ray Harryhausen days with the Jason and the Argonauts, and a few of his films had skeletons fighting. Then you have Princess Bride, The Princess Bride, with Karen Ellis, which I did meet. He did sign my Saw collection. He's in Twister as well. But that's a very quotable movie. A lot of people in college somehow weirdly quoted Princess Bride a lot, which is interesting. You know, I would quote other movies, but a lot of my roommates, at least my first year, would quote Princess Bride a lot. And then Freaks. Oh, Freaks is such a fantastic movie. Zany, out there, uh, developed Alex Winter and starred in, of course. He did this show, I forget what it's called, but him and this other guy then developed this movie, and it is a wild ride, start to finish. Mr. T's in this. Keanu Reeves, comment if you know what character he plays. Then, of course, Alex Winter as well. Just an out there movie, and for a long time, could not find it on DVD. But then, I believe at Movie Stop, I bought it years back before my channel. Now I think it goes for a little bit online. I think it's a little pricey, especially with the slip. It has a slip that you need, and then it like opens up. But anyway, that is cool. If Alex Winter ever did a convention that was close to me that I was going to, I would get him to sign Freaked. Uh, So that is cool. I just realized now, even though that is a cult classic, I was referring to the Todd Browning, I believe, because I have Freaks here, and that is Freaked. So the Todd Browning, I think, if I remember correctly, it was going to be banned because it's talking about circus freaks, in the circus industry, and it delves into that. And I think this was either right after Dracula. I believe this was after Dracula, or might have been before. But Todd Browning directed Dracula, and that kind of got the whole Universal Monster franchise rolling with that first film in 1931. Then Attack of the Killer Tomatoes with George Clooney. I believe his first film, his first acting gig was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Such a out there premise, but it is great, and it has one sequel or two sequels, I believe. I'm trying to get them on DVD. They are hard to track down, especially the third one. I think is hard to get. Napoleon Dynamite. You want to talk about a quotable film? The summer that movie was released, everybody was quoting Napoleon Dynamite, and probably a lot of people still quote it. But we went to camp, and our counselor could do John Heater's voice really well, and he would quote Napoleon Dynamite nonstop the whole week. Every day, all day, it would be Napoleon Dynamite. And for our birthday that year, we rented Napoleon Dynamite. We had a sleepover with the boys, played video games, ate pizza, all that jazz. We watched, I kid you not, we watched Napoleon back to back to back. 3 consecutive viewings of Napoleon Dynamite, which is crazy, but we did it. We were like, I guess, hyped up. Uh, yeah, Napoleon Dynamite 3 times in a row. Did you watch Napoleon multiple times in a row? Uh, and then Toxic Avenger by Trauma. Uh, it has now since gotten a remake. I need to watch that. I've yet to watch it. The new one. But this one, I think, spawned 2 sequels, 3 sequels. And it actually has an animated series, which is wild to think about. It's great. That could be a video too, where you have all these like more adult themed movies. Like Toxic Avenger is not a kids movie at all. There's violence, adult themes, cussing, is not meant for kids. And yet they did an animated uh, series. And same with Rambo. That would be a good video to talk about all these action adult like movies transitioning to kids. I need to write that down. But where are we? Yes. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It is a staple now for the merchandise. It has a strong merchandise game. There's a lot of cool merch out there. But it started as kind of this zany sci-fi movie, and people latched on to this movie. Uh, it's and the different clowns, they're each individual. They're not like a group of the same looking clowns. Each one has a different look and a different personalities, different ways in how they move. And the people who were the clowns, they did their convention rounds, and there couple years back they had a cool photo op where you had the cotton candy kind of wraps in the back with the 4 clowns. Fantastic. Then this is Spinal Tap, kind of the first, I guess, probably mockumentary where it's a documentary, but it's shot in a way where it's more of a comedy. So people call them mockumentaries. I think that's kind of started this kind of mockumentary style. And I believe this is Rob Reiner, Spinal Tap. I believe he directed that. Office Space, pretty quotable film as well. And then the was it black stapler or no red stapler, right? They didn't make those, if I remember correctly. So now we have different colored staplers thanks to the Office Space. Hardboiled, a John Woo film, an underrated John Woo film. Lots of action, lots of John John Woo's signature style. Then UHF, Weird Al Yankovic. This is probably his most well known movie. He hasn't done a lot, but UHF is probably the thing you think about when you think of Weird Al, or, his music, obviously. Tim Burton's Beetlejuice it has since gone on now to do a sequel. I don't know if there's a third one in the works or not. Then Audition, which is a crazy thriller. You know, I don't want to give it away for people who haven't seen it, but it will leave you shocked. Oh man. Bad Taste, Peter Jackson. That is a crazy movie as well. Uh, I think of the poster, but to think that that director of that film would go on to direct the perfect Lord of the Rings trilogy. Start to finish, that is a great trilogy. Battle Royale, a lot of people have said that Hunger Games, what's her name, Suzanne, is it Collins, kind of ripped off Battle Royale. And Squid Games, kind of a lot of similarities as well. But Battle Royale, basically, this school goes to this island, and they each have collars, and basically every so often a person gets eliminated, or you eliminate someone until you whittle down till the last one remains. And they did a sequel, which was way different than the original. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. They have 3 now, a trilogy. For a long time, it was just 2, Excellent Adventure and Bogus Adventure. But then they did a third one a few years back. Big Trouble in Little China. This was a very interesting movie. And visually, it is very creative as well. A very interesting plot. Kurt Russell, Anchorman, Will Ferrell. That's another quotable movie. It did eventually garner a sequel and kind of a spin-off as well, loosely, because I think the guy from there is in Bruce Almighty. Is that it? And then he became, what's the sequel? Evan Almighty? I think that's the same timeline. I could be wrong. Anaconda, that has since garnered like a reboot, remake, reimagining. I need to watch the new one, but the original with J-Lo, Ice Cube, and John Voight, who is Angelina Jolie's father. So pretty cool. Then we end with American Psycho. Christian Bale going crazy, going a little psycho. Iconic, you know, with the suit and the social perfectionism in film, going insane trying to be perfect. But that was it. If there were any cult classics that I missed or that you want to include, comment down below. Like, subscribe, share with a movie lover. Go out there and watch those cult classic films and keep collecting.